a new topic. Till now, so just a theory, you don't need to focus much on this, Sanjit, just very high level, okay? Now, this is important, these two topics. What is quality assurance, quality control, and testing? What is the difference? Just know these terminologies. That's it. And we'll know the differences, and then we'll go for verification and validation. This is the very important. Okay. So you need to focus on this topic widely and this topic. Okay. So let's understand what is quality, what is testing, what is quality assurance and quality control. All these terminologies we need to understand. So basically, so testing is always confused with people will use QA people or quality control people will call like this different terminologies. Okay. So all these are so nowadays it is a common, but it's slightly there is a difference if you observe. There is a difference is there. So let's understand what is the difference. Okay, that difference we understand. So quality control is the process of inspecting the requirements or documents, anything, or walkthroughs and reviews you can perform on the documents. That's a quality control. So quality control is basically just before doing a validation, before doing a testing, actual testing, you will do some activities on the documents. So that whether this document is correct or not, whether this requirement is valid or not. So all this kind of verification activity we call this. You will verify whether it is proper or not. And quality assurance is basically this is the monitoring and improving the process in the company. Entire process will be there. Right? So many departments, everything will be there. But every company has to follow some process, like ISO process and ISO rules and CMMI level rules, right? So those rules are followed, standards and procedures are followed properly or not, is verified by this quality assurance people. How they will ensure? They will follow certain measurements, right? They will follow certain rules and procedures. So how can you say CMMI level 5 company, CMMI level 4 or level 3? Because of these people plays a major role there. Because every department, you have HR department, right? Development and accounts, and you have a marketing, and you have a network department. So many departments will be there in the companies, right? So all they are following the process, company process. So, but what is the benchmark for these rules? There are similar level guidelines will be there. Those guidelines they have to follow to get the certification of that company, CMM level 5 company or CMM level 4 company, like that. If you are an ISO certified company, how can they get? If they follow and certified by external audits or internal audits will be there. So internal auditors are called these quality assurance people. So they will keep monitoring every department, whether they are following the process or not. Every 15 days or a monthly, they will go and so monitor that. So all the documentation process is maintained by or not, everything is followed or not, they will check. If anybody not following, they will note down. So this department is not following, before going for external audits. So yearly once external audits also will happen. Before that, these people internally, they will check company is following the process or not. So that is called quality assurance means. So basically the difference between quality assurance and quality control is quality assurance is a preventive in nature. That means once it acts reoccurrence, they will prevent. So they will take measurements. So they will take care of not to reoccur again. That's a preventive in nature means. Quality control, it is detective in nature. So they will find out to just to know the bugs are there or not. That's the quality control, right? In the documents or anything. So quality assurance establish the process. So they will, if process is not there, they will set up the process. And the quality control is just verify the product or service. And sets up the measurement programs to evaluate the process. How they will check this process is proper or not. They will set up some measurement programs every bi-weekly or bi-monthly or monthly once. They will go each department and monitor that. That's the quality assurance. So basically quality control is just verifies all the fields and pages and everything is available. So quality assurance identifies the weaknesses in the process and improves them. So quality control is identify the defects basically in the application. So quality assurance is management responsibility and quality control is team member responsibility or individual tester responsibility. So that's the main difference between quality assurance and quality control. Okay. Let's move on to any questions there before moving on to verification and validation.
So far, so good.
Okay, good. Let's move on to the main important topic. What is verification and what is validation? See, verification means verifying the documents, code, plan document, requirement document, everything you will verify with some meetings and reviews you will follow, and by checking that checklist and walkthroughs and inspection meetings you will follow, and you will verify the documents. That is called verification. Basically, verification mainly concerned with evaluating the particular product or application. So to check that whether it is meeting the requirements set or not, whether it is meeting the customer requirements or not, that is called verification. And verification, another question it focuses is the deliverable built according to the specifications? That means customer specifications based implementation happened in the application or not, you are going to verify. That is called verification. So what is the question? Is the deliverable means application. Built means designed or implemented as per the specifications, as per the customer requirements or not, that you will verify. That is called verification process. How we will do this verification process? There are 3 types: reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections. 3 ways you will perform verifications. So what is a review? See that review, right? View is looking into that, right? Review is re-looking into the documents one more time. That's a review. So you produced a document. I will do review. That means I am going to check your document is proper or not. So there are many ways you can do a reviews: peer-to-peer review, peer-to-manager, technical reviews. So this is the 3 ways you can perform. Peer-to-peer means your colleague to colleague. Peer-to-manager means your manager will review your documents. Technical reviews means the development team or business people, they will help to review our documents. That's a reviews means. Walkthroughs means, so basically it's an informal meeting. You don't need any, formally set up the meeting. You can just go through the person. You want some info from that person. You can just ask, can you explain about this functionality? Or can you explain about this code? You are trying to get some information. That is called walkthrough. Basically, code walkthrough or requirement walkthrough we call. That's an example for walkthrough. Okay. That means you are learning, you are knowing about that code or knowing about that functionality. or knowing about that requirement, how it works. That is called walkthrough. So that's the walkthrough. And inspection means basically it's a formal meeting. So like 3 to 8 people will be there in the inspection. Basically, even team is very bigger, team also will be there. Like you have a mediator, reader, moderator, recorder, all these people will be there. All these people will be there. So these people, they will just check in this meeting. What they will check? They will check whether something is missing in the documents or not, but not to fix anything. So moderator will conduct the meeting. Reader will read the documents. Recorder will take a notes. Minutes of meeting, we call them, right? He will take a notes. And at the end of the meeting, they will send the meeting of minutes. Right? So that's the inspection, but they just to find the gaps in the documents. So what is missing in the document? That's the main purpose of this inspection meetings. So these are the 3 ways you can check the verifications. What are the 3 types of verifications? Reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections. That's a verification means. And what is validation? Are you clear on this verification, Sanjit? Just verifying whether it is there or not. That's it. Right? In the application or in the document, or the document is correct or not, requirements are proper or not, whether they are understandable or not. Just that's the verification process. And in the application, some functionality is present or not. Right? So that's the this. So verification process. Then what is validation? So validation is a actual testing. So verification occurs before validation, but validation occurs, okay, you have done all your testing activities like reading the requirements, writing the test cases, reviewing the documents, your test case document. That's a verification process. Okay. After that, the developers will write the code, right? They will write the code, and they have completed writing the code, and they are given for you a testing purpose. Now you will start the validation. Validation means, so the product or the application is fulfilling the customer requirements or not, is serving your purpose or not. That's what you will check in the validation. So validation has a question: is the deliverable fit for purpose? Does it provide a solution for your problem or not? That is what we are going to check in the validation. Suppose you want to book a flight ticket. So you will go to any booking websites, right? You will go and you will book your tickets. That means it is solving your problem, right? So that means it is working. So functionality is working. So that is what validation, whether everything is working or not and solving your problems or not, and it is useful for you or not. That's what this validation checks. And so validation is basically actual testing. You're doing an actual testing. So that is called validation means. And so let's see the main differences. Verification process includes checking documents, design documents, code, and programs. Validation, so it's a dynamic mechanism of testing and validating the actual product, whether it is working on. So verification doesn't involve executing the code. I told you, right? So the code is not going to be executed in the verification process, just checking the documents. Just high level, it is present or not, you will check. That's it. You won't do any action. Next, validation means exactly you're executing that. For example, if you perform the click action, that's the code will execute internal. Okay. For example, if I click on this, If I click on this, the code will execute internally and it will render for you this page. That is called validation. So verification uses methods like reviews, walkthroughs, inspections, and basically these three are enough. Okay. Validation uses methods like black box testing, white box testing, gray box testing, non-functional testing, security testing. All this will be used by validation. So verification checks whether the software is conformed to the customer specifications or not. That's what you will check. So validation checks whether the software is meeting the customer requirements and expectations are fulfilled properly or not. So verification finds the bugs early in the development cycle. Validation finds the bugs that verification cannot find, cannot catch them. Right? In the verification process, you cannot catch all the bugs. Only very, document issues you can find in the verification, but actual functionality issues you can find in the validation one. So whether it is working or not, all those kind of issues you can find out here. Data is proper or not. Those verifications, validations you can do in the actual testing one. The target of verification is basically the design architecture will be there, right? Application architecture, design documents or requirement documents, so your test case document, your test plan document, all these will be reviewed, verified. So here in the validation, actual product is the target. Main application or product, you will test it. So QA team does the verification and make sure the software is as per the requirement document. So and validation, so basically involves validation of application. So whether each functionality of the application is working or not, you are going to check. So verification comes before validation and validation comes after verification. Okay, so that's it. And these are some of the same things I repeated, but not required. But this one, please go through this and come back. Okay, tomorrow, and we'll discuss. Tomorrow we'll start directly SDLC process, and the Agile process will start directly. Okay, Agile process, software development lifecycle process will start. Okay, yeah. Okay, any questions, Sanjit?
No, so far it's good.